Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Hope you guys have been doing really well. So, in today's reading, we're going to take a look at how your person is really feeling for you, just their current emotions, a nice little check-in. So go ahead and resonate with one of the piles and we'll get started. I'm very grateful to have you all here with me today. Hope life is going really well for you. Alright, pile one, let's get into this reading and see what your person is feeling for you. Alright. Pile 1. How is Pile 1's person currently feeling about Pile 1, please? How is Pile 1's person currently feeling? Alright, we have the Five of Swords, the Fool, we have the Magician, the Five of Wands, the Tower, and the High Priestess. Interesting. As well as the Eight of Wands. Tied with the Magician, which can be Mercury energy, I definitely am sensing communication incoming. Your person is wanting to reach out to you if you guys aren't already in some sort of a communication. Okay, so very interesting. So what I'm getting here for you guys, definitely if you picked this pile, there may have been some recent sort of maybe triggering event or even argument here with the Five of Wands and the Five of Swords. But I feel like what I'm seeing here is that this sort of cataclysm almost, or argument, or sort of shift that's going on between the two of you, it may look sort of chaotic on the surface, like with this tower moment here, you or them might have gotten very triggered by something, but it is going to be leading to a new beginning, and I feel like it's sort of enabling both of you guys to like step into your true selves, because what's really interesting is that we have, you know, the Magician and the High Priestess here, which is sort of like you know, a divine masculine and feminine, very in touch with their powers and their abilities and their gifts here, you know, the gift to manifest as well as, you know, the gift of insight and intuition and all that. So I feel like you guys are both stepping into your power here. You know, maybe there were some walls that needed to be broken down here with the tower. Maybe there was a really important conversation you guys needed to have, or maybe some tensions that have been brewing for a while, like needed to come to the surface. And I feel like it's almost like letting go of all of this sort of unnecessary baggage and, you know, pain. What I'm getting the image of is like having a really good cry after, you know, a period where you've been holding your emotions down and sort of just like, you know, kind of hunkering down and getting through life, finally hitting that wall where you maybe kind of have a breakdown and you cry a lot, but then it leads to this really beautiful breakthrough afterwards. Once you get through that, you know, it's like it needs to be released so you can heal it and process it. So yeah, there may be some guilt here as well. I'm sensing a little bit from your person with the Five of Swords, especially if there's been an argument, or maybe your person did or said things that were hurtful in the past. They're kind of looking back and realizing that like they didn't really gain anything from being in their ego or being hurtful. You know, at the end of the day, now there's just sort of this energy of disharmony. And I'm almost feeling with this Five of Wands, it's like they're kind of angry at themselves here. There could be inner conflict where, you know, they feel like they may have messed things up with you, or, you know, their anger got the best of them. And so it's almost like I'm getting a bit of like, this is sort of them fighting with themselves inside of their head. They're kind of like at battle with their own thoughts, or they're beating themselves up a little bit, I feel like, for their actions. And definitely, like I said, could be feeling sort of guilty, or, you know, thinking about maybe how they've hurt you and feeling remorse around that. Because I get the feeling your person really does care about you. Definitely. But yeah, I feel like they are stepping into their power here with the Magician, wanting to manifest you. The Magician definitely speaks about a lot of desire that your person has for you. So, you know, regardless of how they've acted, your person does want this new start with you with the Fool. They want to come back to you, especially if there's been an argument and a problem. They don't want to just leave it. They do want to return to you, because I feel like with the High Priestess, their intuition is really pointing out the necessity of maybe reaching out to you, or, you know, that things aren't finished with you, that they still love you, they still care about you. But they're definitely also with the High Priestess and the Magician, there could be a desire to communicate some things that they've been hiding from you, because the High Priestess can sometimes represent hidden knowledge, and kind of staying quiet about things. And then again, the Magician can be tied to the energy of communication. So maybe there's been secrets that your person has been keeping from you, that they would like to maybe express, and that's part of what the Fool is like letting go of their fears of perhaps just communication. Clarify the Five of Swords. How is Pile 1's person feeling about Pile 1 currently? Clarify the Five of Swords. We have the Six of Wands. Clarify the Five of Swords. How is Pile 1's person currently feeling about Pile 1? Clarify the Five of Swords. How is pile one's person feeling? We have the Eight of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. Okay, so yeah, they want to put in work. I feel like, yeah, Five of Cups here. Look at that. Disappointment, regret, kind of that energy of grief. So definitely I feel like regret from your person. But what it looks like is that your person wants to come back with the Six of Wands. I feel like they want to win you over here. I feel like they want to, you know, return to you and work things out with the Eight of Pentacles. So definitely could be an apology. They want to work on your connection here. Again, it's like it could also be that your person has really learned a lot about themselves from whatever the situation was with the Five of Swords, that maybe the argument or the conflict really made them look at themselves and see how, you know, maybe they'd been kind of too in their ego, that they have, you know, maturity still to gain, and I feel like they're working towards being more like the King of Pentacles, who's very stable, secure, emotionally, you know, a pretty solid person, someone very reliable and consistent. It's like this is what they want to be for you, and I feel like they're looking back on the past and they're like, you know, I wasn't able to be the right partner for you. Like I didn't maybe respect you, or didn't show you how much I cared, or didn't really show up for you the way that, you know, you deserved, and now I regret this, and I want to actually improve on myself and sort of change for the better is what I'm getting. Clarify the Fool. How is pile one's person currently feeling about pile one? Clarify the Fool. How is pile one's person currently feeling? We have the Hermit. Clarify the Fool. And the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, so they've been doing, look at the Five of Wands on the bottom of the deck again. So they've definitely been struggling between their ego and their heart here. So with the Hermit, they've been going within, they've been soul searching. They've maybe been isolating themselves, especially, you know, from their friends, their family. I'm kind of getting the vibe that they just go to work and then kind of come home. Maybe spend time with very few people. And again, they really have been self-reflecting a lot. And so with the Wheel of Fortune and the Fool, it's like they want this energy between the two of you to shift. They want to shift as a person. They know that there's a cycle within themselves, or like a pattern within themselves, that needs to come to an end. And definitely some sort of, you know, negative personality trait or something like that needs to kind of exit. It's like time for a major shift is really what they're feeling. And they're kind of open to it, which is good with the Fool. Like they're embracing it. This person could have been afraid of change in the past, or they didn't even know how to change. But yeah, it's like they're ready for this shift. And that also could be with the Wheel of Fortune could represent definitely karmic energy as well. So it could be karmic people are exiting your person's life if that's relevant here. Oops. Sorry. Okay. Clarify the Tower. How is pile one's person currently feeling? Clarify the Tower. How is pile one's person currently feeling about pile one? Clarify the Tower. How is pile one's person currently feeling about pile one, please? Clarify the Tower. How is pile one's person currently feeling about pile one, please? Clarify the Tower. Okay, I'm just going to take these guys. Okay, I'm actually going to take those two because I feel like they're relevant since they flipped over. Okay, so we have the Hanged Man, the Three of Swords, the Six of Cups, and the Seven of Wands. Okay, so let's see. So yeah, definitely the Tower could be a separation or a breakup because the Three of Swords did come out. So that's pretty profound heartbreak, a lot of sadness, a separation. You know, this person may have run away, or maybe you walked away. But the separation, the heartbreak, has given your person major pause. And again, there's a lot of energy of self-reflection in this pile. And it kind of gave them a new perspective of like, you know, maybe I wasn't treating pile one correctly. Maybe I've been sort of wrong in this situation, or looking at things the wrong way. I need to shift my perspective. You know, I want to be nicer here. So they definitely miss you, especially if there's no contact or whatever's going on. And look at this. We have the Seven of Wands and the Six of Cups. Your person does want to fight for your connection, and they want to fight for a reconciliation. So again, definitely, I'm feeling like your person with the Six of Wands and all of this energy, it's like they're not giving up on you or the relationship, even if things are kind of falling apart right now. They don't intend to stay away forever or to let things kind of just stay in this stuck negative energy, because we do see there's a lot of desire for change. And, you know, they want to stand up for this connection because they really believe in it, because the Six of Cups indicates there's a very deep soul connection here, perhaps past life even, or you guys have just known each other for a long time, and it's like there's a lot of very real care and affection, like not only attraction, but also just like they care about you as a person, they love you as a person, they feel a lot of innocent, sweet feelings for you, and you really touch, I feel like, their innermost self, their inner child, and I feel like they're reluctant to you know, really let you fully go here. They don't want to lose you permanently, is what I'm getting. All right, pile 1. How is pile 1's person currently feeling about pile 1, please? How is pile 1's person currently feeling about pile 1, please? How is pile 1's person currently feeling about pile 1, please? How is pile 1's person currently feeling about pile 1, please? We have playing it safe. How is pile 1's person currently feeling about pile 1, please? New beginnings and joyous fun. We also have your higher self on the bottom of the deck, kind of tied to the energy of the High Priestess here. So it could be that currently, like in this very, very moment, your person is perhaps playing it a bit safe. Maybe they're not quite ready for the new beginning, but we do see new beginnings here with the Fool. So definitely this is on the horizon here. I feel like this is your person's intention eventually, is to make this new beginning happen, because, you know, they love being around you. They feel like they have a wonderful time with you, make them really happy. I'm kind of getting the energy of the sun here. But it could be with the playing it safe, it's like they're still processing here. They're still maybe working on their confidence. You know, again, there is this inner conflict that they're definitely dealing with, and perhaps a lot of sadness and a lot of guilt. And so it's like they're not quite ready to maybe embrace the connection fully, because there's still some healing that needs to go on. There's still some inner work that needs to happen. The Hanged Man did come out, which can represent sort of a pause in action, but I don't feel like it's permanent, because it's like they still, at the end of the day, want this new beginning, and I feel like they're preparing to embrace it. How is pile 1's person currently feeling about pile 1, please? How is pile 1's person currently feeling about pile 1? How is pile 1's person currently feeling about pile 1? We have home, living together, security, returning, settling down, feeling safe, legacy, and family. Interesting how there's a baby in this card as well. So, you know, if it's possible, if it's something that you've discussed, your person could potentially be feeling like you're the person they do want to settle down with eventually, and maybe even have a family together. But it's like they want to return to this energy of home, sort of like the Six of Cups is definitely someone very familiar. You may feel that way, that your person kind of has this uncanny sense of familiarity or homeness, and, you know, they may be feeling kind of out in the cold, missing that security. They want to bring the harmony back. And then we have the Unicorn, freedom, innocence, optimism, taking intuitive action, good intentions, and kind-heartedness, which is so interesting because that is very much the energy of the Fool and this new beginning. So I feel like they're rediscovering their inner innocence, their sweetness, and they want to come towards you. When they do come towards you with really positive, good intentions, and definitely, again, take that intuitive action like with the High Priestess here. All right, let's get some message cards from them now and see what's up, what they really want to say. Pile 1. What does pile 1's person want to say to pile 1 right now, please? What does pile 1's person want to say about pile 1? We have insight. I'm seeing everything clearly now. Didn't we get the Hanged Man as well? Yeah, definitely getting to see things clearly. Seeing their wrongs, maybe. We have sensuality. Your body is my temptation. I want you. So they're feeling very, very attracted to you. Similarity. We are like two sides of the same coin. So definitely that soulmate energy here. They feel like there's just a really interesting similarity between the two of you. I feel like they feel very comfortable with you. What does pile 1's person want to say to pile 1, please? What does pile 1's person want to say to pile 1, please? What does pile 1's person want to say to pile 1, please? What does pile 1's person want to say? We have unforgettable. There is no way you could ever leave my heart. You mean so much to me. So yeah, no matter how much time it has been, or, you know, since you guys talk to each other, they're definitely still thinking about you quite a lot. Chemistry, whenever we're together, sparks fly. Thinking about you, I can't stop thinking about you. You're constantly on my mind. So that's part of why you're so unforgettable, is that they are just thinking about you all the time. And then future, I want a future with you. I can't imagine my life without you in it. Yeah, look at that with the home. It's like they definitely do think about this future with you, having a home with you. Definitely getting that energy of children for some of you. Let's see. Let's use these guys. All right. What does pile 1's person want to say to pile 1, please? What does pile 1's person want to say to pile 1? We have, I miss you and I want to come back to you. Look at that, returning home. Yeah, they do miss you, they want to return. I get so scared of losing you, I panic and act irrationally. No one has ever mattered this much to me. So if your person has gotten very triggered and maybe hurtful and very reactive, sort of dramatic almost, even with the tower, yeah, it's like, it's just because they are very afraid of losing you, and it's like sometimes those anxieties and those fears of abandonment can cause people to act in very sort of unconscious ways, sometimes very hurtful ways. I love you for so much more than just your physical body. I love your soul most of all. So again, very deep connection. What does pile 1's person want to say to pile 1? What does pile 1's person want to say? I will love you for the rest of my life and infinitely after. Oh, that's so sweet. So yes, a lot of love for you. Very, very deep connection. I feel like they will always care deeply for you, you know, regardless of if you guys are in contact or in each other's lives. I feel like they just, you know, think of you as a very important aspect of their life. Let's get some of these messages. What does pile 1's person want to say to pile 1, please? What does pile 1's person want to say to pile 1? What does pile 1's person want to say to pile 1? What does pile 1's person want to say? I want to hold you and tell you how much I love you over and over again. Excuse me. You triggered painful wounds in me that caused me to run and hide. So yeah, definitely there was some sort of really intense triggering here, and they may have run away and just sort of hid because they couldn't deal with the intensity of it. So definitely not personal. What does pile 1's person want to say to pile 1, please? What does pile 1's person want to say to pile 1, please? What does pile 1's person want to say? I'm trying to impress you every way I know how. I want you to think highly of me. So you may notice your person, if you guys have each other on social media, they may be sort of posting a lot, trying to get your attention, or if you guys are in communication, they might say things, you know, like, oh, I've been making a lot of money recently, or, you know, kind of bragging about their accomplishments a little bit, and that's definitely them trying to, you know, get you to notice them, get you to think highly of them. I was never taught how to communicate my feelings correctly. I just learned to keep it all locked up inside and try to be strong. That's sort of interesting. That's kind of what I was feeling at the beginning of the reading, about it's like your person needing to kind of just sit down and let out a lot of emotions. So that definitely could have led to a breakdown if they were repressing all of their feelings all the time. I'm afraid of losing you. So that came out twice. I'm so scared of losing you. So they may have acted in ways to kind of remedy this feeling, maybe even by being manipulative or, you know, controlling, things like that, but it just sort of backfired. Sometimes when I think about you, my heart starts to ache and my eyes well up with tears. Well, we did have the 3 of Swords coming out, so yeah, definitely for those of you where it is a kind of more intense separation, there may be times where your person does get very, very sad and maybe cries a lot, especially if they did hurt you, or, you know, there's a lot of regret and pain there. They may feel very guilty, and it may cause them to get very emotional at times. But I feel like they do it very privately, and you know, I don't know if you would really know about it. You know, I don't feel like people would know about it. I sense that your person kind of has the ability to like mask their feelings pretty well, or that's something they've just learned to do in their life. All right, before we close out your reading, pile 1, let's get you a message from this lovely deck, and just see what you need to hear right now. What does pile 1 need to hear right now, please? What does pile 1 need to hear? I'll take these guys. So we have direction. Lord, please show me the right action right now. Please bring a sign and a miracle that gives clear directions. May I hear the promptings of my own body. And if for some reason I'm about to head the wrong way, please stop me. So this is definitely, for those of you where you have a big decision that you need to make right now, this could be a very helpful sort of prayer. This is also just good in general to kind of tap in with your higher self and, you know, the universe, your guides, and sort of ask, like, am I on the right path? You know, can you give me a sign about the situation? We have abundance. Please, divine beloved, please show me how to feel fully deserving to receive. I release my ego's plan and open to being a vehicle for abundance. So this is very good if you're trying to manifest more abundance in your life. Definitely those blockages that prevent us from making money, or that cause circumstances where we're constantly losing money, those are usually tied to feelings of unworthiness, which could be from childhood. So, you know, feeling like you don't deserve to be abundant or rich. I feel like our natural state is abundance and it is love. So if there are things in our life that are causing us to not receive those things, oftentimes it's a sign of a blockage. So yes, know that you are very deserving to receive. A good affirmation for that is money comes to me abundantly, money comes to me easily, stuff like that. And then we have calmness. The inner divine is the witness of all, remaining still and quiet even during intense turbulence. So take a quick breath and then say, quiet my mind, dear Lord. May your peaceful calm take over. It says actually, so take a deep breath, sorry. So quiet my mind, dear Lord. May your peaceful calm take over. So the Tower did come out, so you may also be feeling a lot of emotional turbulence or things going on in your life. So if you are feeling that way, I think it is important to meditate, just kind of clear your mind and come into a place of calmness, sort of like at the eye of the storm. And if you need to pray for comfort and stillness and calmness, that's definitely very, very helpful, and I definitely recommend that. I've done that before when I've needed it. All right, Pile 1, thank you so much for watching. It's been a pleasure reading for you, sending you lots of love and beauty and abundance. Take care of yourselves, stay safe. All right, bye-bye. Hello, Pile 2. Welcome to your readings. So, let's get into your person's current feelings for you guys. Alright, Pile 2. How is Pile 2's person currently feeling about Pile 2, please? How is Pile 2's person currently feeling about Pile 2? We have the Hermit. How is Pile 2's person currently feeling about Pile 2? How is Pile 2's person currently feeling about Pile 2? The Three of Wands, the Moon, the Seven of Pentacles. How is Pile 2's person currently feeling about Pile 2? The Page of Wands. How is Pile 2's person currently feeling about Pile 2? How is Pile 2's person currently feeling? Then we have the Ace of Swords. Knight of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. Okay, so I feel like with the Page of Wands and the Three of Wands, there's this energy of exploration and definitely curiosity. It's like your person is definitely wanting to explore your connection. They're feeling excited about it. The Three of Wands also indicates your person wanting to step out of their comfort zone. For some of you, it could be significant that there's travel restrictions between the two of you or some sort of long distance, because both of these cards together are kind of giving me that vibe. So if you are long distance, your person is definitely feeling like doing what they need to do, catch a flight, drive a car, wherever they need to be near you. I feel like that's definitely what I'm getting from them. Otherwise, it's sort of like an energetic or an emotional journey that your person is, preparing to step out of their comfort zone and come towards you. The Hermit and the Seven of Pentacles is interesting. I feel like there's a lot of inner work going on here with the Hermit. There's a lot of self-reflection and a lot of patience here. It's like your person is wanting to see where this connection goes, and I feel like they aren't really going anywhere is what I'm getting. Like they've kind of put their roots down with the Seven of Pentacles, and it's like they're sort of patiently waiting for things to progress with you. I feel like they like how things are with you. I feel like they see a really beautiful, abundant future with you. And it's like they want to continue to invest and put an effort into your connection. And I feel like part of this effort is doing the inner work to be, to show up better in your life, to be more emotionally mature. It's kind of the energy I'm getting from this Hermit. It's like a lot of maturity. It's like your person wants to become more mature. They want to become wiser, better. I'm also hearing like less reactive and less sensitive. I don't feel like sensitive in terms of like less like, you know, sensitive in terms of being artistic and stuff like that, but more like taking things really personally and like being reactive and kind of like, again, like sort of emotionally immature and like dysregulated, like, you know, getting set off by little things and causing problems. It's like this may have been how your person used to be, and it's like they don't want to do that anymore. It's like they kind of want to be almost like this monk-like person that is like less affected by things, because oftentimes in relationships when those little things come up and we get all, you know, upset and reactive, that's kind of what causes things to sort of fall off, or, you know, creates sort of like drama when there doesn't really need to be trauma, and your person doesn't really want that anymore. I feel like they really want stability with you. Stability seems to be very important to them, especially the Seven of Pentacles. It's like they don't want to have to, you know, pack up and leave. It's like they've invested a lot into your connection. I feel like there's a lot of heart here, and it's like they want to just stick with it and learn their lessons. And then we have the Moon and the Ace of Swords, which is interesting. I'm actually going to clarify the Moon. I'm kind of curious. Clarify the Moon. How is Pile 2's person currently feeling about Pile 2? Clarify the Moon. Clarify the Moon. How is Pile 2's person currently feeling about Pile 2? Clarify the Moon. How is Pile 2's person currently feeling about Pile 2? Clarify the Moon. How is Pile 2's person currently feeling about Pile 2? Clarify the Moon. Okay. We have the Four of Cups, Page of Pentacles, Nine of Wands. Okay, interesting. So, with the Knight of Pentacles, it's like your person is definitely wanting to... I'm definitely feeling Earth sign energy for some of you. As a side, definitely could be like Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, especially Virgo with the Hermit. Anyway, so I feel like they're working through their shadow side right now with the Moon energy. They may have a tendency to sort of keep secrets, is kind of what I'm getting here with the Nine of Wands. They may have been through a lot in their life. You know, they may be kind of like a wounded warrior, wounded in love. There may be a lot of boundaries your person has up. And I feel like they're doing the necessary, again, soul-searching, reflection, getting in touch with their emotions, gaining clarity on themselves here with the Ace of Swords. You know, maybe looking at themselves, why am I distant or emotionally unavailable? Why do I keep these secrets or hide parts of myself? You know, I feel like with the Moon, that's definitely the shadow side of self, and that could represent the parts of self that have been sort of abandoned or ostracized or pushed aside. You know, things that they feel ashamed of, which doesn't even have to be necessarily like negative traits. It could just be like, oh, I have this one hobby or this interest, but I feel really ashamed about it for some reason, you know, because maybe they've been through a lot, caused them to kind of feel weird about who they are as a person. So yeah, your person seems very, very deep, Pile 2, very like philosophical, very spiritual. I feel like they're really finding themselves. Yeah, so here they are with the Four of Cups, sort of in that reflection mode, sort of sitting back, thinking about things. There is also an energy of maybe a bit of sadness with the Four of Cups, maybe looking back on times where they wish that they had done things differently, a little bit of remorse, maybe boredom even. But yeah, I feel like it's like they don't want to be apathetic anymore. I feel like they don't want to continue to miss opportunities here because of their own fears and insecurities. Because it's like with the Page of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles, it's like they want to invest again in this connection. They want to give to you. And I feel like perhaps their blockage to giving to you has been this sort of shadow side, this repressed side, this inner shame, or the Moon can even represent, you know, mental health issues as well. And it's like they want to work through those things so they can give you what you really deserve here. It's like they don't want to hold back anymore when they may have had a tendency to do so in the past. Let's see. Clarify the Hermit. How is Pile 2's person currently, or wait, actually, clarify the Seven of Pentacles. How is Pile 2's person currently feeling about Pile 2? Clarify the Seven of Pentacles. How is Pile 2's person currently feeling about Pile 2? Clarify the Seven of Pentacles. How is Pile 2's person currently feeling about Pile 2? We have the Moon again. Okay, yeah, so definitely they're working on themselves here, looking at those deep emotions and doing shadow work, because they do want to be, you know, a really good match to you, and they are very invested in this connection, which makes them feel like it's worth it to do the inner work because they don't want to lose you again, kind of what I was picking up earlier. Clarify the Ace of Swords. Clarify the Ace of Swords. How is Pile 2's person currently feeling about Pile 2? Clarify the Ace of Swords. Clarify the Ace of Swords. How is Pile 2's person currently feeling about pile 2. Clarify the Ace of Swords. Clarify the Ace of Swords. How is pile 2's person currently feeling about pile 2? Clarify the Ace of Swords. 10 of Cups. Okay, so yeah, they're having to get, I feel like, clarity on sort of their path in life. Also, I'm sensing a lot of confusion from your person, or confusion that they're having to work through. I feel like they're a very deep and complex person. Maybe quite the thinker here. Again, like just this, they're very intense. I feel like they have a really cool energy though, but they're having to decide which path to follow in life is kind of what I'm getting. It's like, do I succumb to my fears and my insecurities, and do I continue to sort of hide away and put these walls up with people, or do I go after what I really want, which is this 10 of Cups? So this person, definitely this is an option on the table for them, is the long-term family life with you, the future, the happily ever after, settling down with you. But it's like they are at this crossroad in their life. They could be kind of having like an existential crisis almost, is kind of what I'm getting from your person, pile 2. So they could be, you know, transitioning from stages of life here, like, you know, maybe they're having a midlife crisis or even quarter life for some of you. But yeah, it's like they're having to make some really big decisions, but I feel like they are cutting through the confusion here to really listen to their inner self and find out what really, I feel like, makes them happy on a deeper level, rather than maybe just doing what makes them feel safe or comfortable. That could also mean leaving certain things behind, certain behaviors behind for some of them. Alright, pile 2. How is pile 2's person currently feeling about pile 2, please? How is pile 2's person currently feeling? We have joyous fun. Oh, this is cute. This also came out for pile 1. So yes, you make your person feel very happy. They feel like it's a lot of joy, a lot of exciting energy here. It's like kind of their inner child gets woken up and they just have a really great time with you. Let's see. These ones just kind of came out. So we have the loving woman and intuition and manifestation. Okay, so I feel like they see you. You may not identify as a woman, but definitely you carry some really lovely feminine energy, regardless of how you identify. And I feel like it's like your person, I'm kind of seeing them almost as like this little puppy in your lap. You have a very caring, nurturing spirit, and I feel like they really value you for how loving and sweet you are. And they feel like they really do care about you, and I feel like they really love your love. They love your energy. They love how you make them feel. And then we have intuition and manifestation. So I feel like kind of like the manifestation here is even this 10 of Cups. This is sort of like almost what I'm seeing in this. You can see there's like this house inside of this crystal ball. So I almost feel like that's sort of what is, you know, in their mind's eye when they think about you, is this future. And so it's definitely something that they are wanting to manifest, whether or not it's conscious or unconscious. I feel like that is something that they are desiring quite a bit. And definitely listening to their intuition, I feel like, which is maybe helping guide them out of whatever internal confusion would make this choice that they need to make here. It could be, you know, the decision that they're having to kind of, what I'm getting for some of you is, especially if your person is sort of transitioning from, let's say, like the 20s to the 30s, or even like, you know, mid-20s, it's like there's like this, or even older, but it's sort of like they're leaving behind their like sort of youthful, carefree attitude, and not in a negative way, but it's like they're kind of having to like kind of get serious about their life and mature. Like kind of I was picking up with the Hermit. It's like they don't want to just kind of be, you know, flittering from place to place, sort of like, you know, Peter Pan, never really growing up. It's like that may have been something that they were doing for a while, but I feel like they're reaching that point in their life or in their journey where they're like, you know, it's kind of time for me to really get serious, and maybe commitment and settling down is actually something that is appealing to me, even if it wasn't like appealing like 5 years ago. How is pile 2's person currently feeling about pile 2, please? How is pile 2's person currently feeling about pile 2, please? How is pile 2's person currently feeling? Oh, wow. So we have the Caduceus, Divine Union, Harmony, Kundalini Activation, Sacred Love, Twin Flames, and Deep Healing. So for some of you guys, this is your divine counterpart, or twin flame. Regardless of, you know, the exact label, there's a very strong energy here of masculine and feminine. There's a really beautiful polarity. So yeah, definitely I feel like you guys are coming into harmony, and they do feel like this is a very spiritual, sacred connection that they have with you. They feel like you guys really sort of are in tune with each other, really complete each other. How is pile 2's person currently feeling about pile 2? How is pile 2's person currently feeling about pile 2? How is pile 2's person currently feeling about pile 2? We have the shadow, dark night of the soul, rock bottom, feeling empty, self-loathing, and mental health issues. Okay, so definitely tied in, like I was picking up about the shadow self. That's come out twice here, the moon. So they are facing their inner darkness. They may be even having a bit of the dark night of the soul, having to really look at these wounds from their past. Again, they examine their walls, their behaviors. And yeah, they may be trying to heal, because this does say deep healing, really heal this inner pain. Your person may have really struggled with depression in their life, especially because I'm getting, again, like I was getting the vibe, they're very, very deep, they're very sensitive. I feel like they could have struggled a lot just due to that sensitivity. It can be a risk factor, you know, being highly intelligent, being very sensitive can be a risk factor for mental health stuff, so, you know, it could be something that they've really struggled with. And then we have the fox, strategy, logic, solutions, making a plan, working things out, and making important decisions. Yes, so look at that. Making these important choices about their future, trying to work things out, definitely with the Ace of Swords, get clarity. So yeah, they are making a plan, even if they're not, you know, taking action on it right now particularly. They are planning something. I feel like they're planning how to take action, but definitely I feel like their inner pain needs to be addressed, and I think they are focusing a lot on that right now. They could even be reflecting on how maybe they took some of this negativity out on you guys at times. So that could be also something that they're needing to forgive, that may resonate for some of you, that you unfortunately had to deal with some of their anger and, you know, projection and stuff like that. So there could be also a little bit of guilt for putting you through that, if that's relevant. All right, what would pile 2's person like to say to pile 2, please? What would pile 2's person like to say? We have introspection. Wow, look at that. I've been on an inner journey of self-discovery and awakening. Wow, that's pretty accurate there. So yeah, this is definitely confirmation. They are really doing the inner work. Fate, it's destiny for us to be together. So they know it's fated. Again, their intuition was telling them that. Blessing, you are such a blessing in my life. I'm so grateful for you. Yeah, again, like with the loving woman, they really feel like you're, you know, such a sweet person. I heard like angel, so that may be how they see you in their mind, like an angelic sort of being. What would pile 2's person like to say to pile 2? What would pile 2's person like to say? Oh my gosh. We do have fantasy. I dream of us being together. I fantasize about you often. So even I feel like in the quiet, on their own, they do think about you. They fantasize about you. Reconciliation. I want to come back to you and work things out. So not all of you guys are, you know, in separation, but it could be that they may have kind of gone on their own little inner journey there with the hermit for a minute, and I feel like they definitely do want to return to you, or maybe they've just been a little bit more emotionally distant than usual if you guys aren't in a full separation. And then look at this mirror. You reflect my darkness and light. I see myself more clearly through you. So interesting, especially with the caduceus energy here. You guys are like divine mirrors, and I think, again, that's why they're looking at their shadow side, because you're mirroring it to them. But they're actually doing the work, which is a good sign. They're not just getting angry about it, because sometimes I think if people are more unconscious, we do mirror to them, and then they just get mad at us, you know. But it's like, no, that's you. You're getting mad at yourself. You know what I mean? Very interesting. All right, what does pile 2's person want to say? I'm freeing myself from all of the things that come between us. Nothing can stand in the way of my love for you. So for some of you, this could be, you know, third-party energy, or, you know, whatever it is, karmic energy. This also could just be, for a lot of you, their own inner blockages to intimacy, vulnerability. I'm praying your light will shine on me once more. My heart aches to be near you. So they're really missing you if you guys are separated. Our love will conquer all. Look at that again. Like, nothing will stand between us. Our love will conquer all. And I often have romantic fantasies about the two of us being together. Fantasy came out twice. Oh, that's very sweet. I like that came out twice. That's pretty adorable. Yeah, your person, I feel like, does fantasize about you often. They do think about this a lot. Oh, I feel like I have a lot of affection for your person for some reason. They seem cool, definitely. Okay, let's see, get some more cards here. What would pile 2's person like to say to pile 2, please? What would pile 2's person like to say to pile 2, please? What would pile 2's person like to say to pile 2, please? I'm completely committed to you. Wow. Okay, so yeah, it's like they do know. I feel like that's the thing is I don't necessarily feel like the Two of Swords is a decision between like you and someone else or something like that. I feel like when they think about, who am I going to commit to? Who am I going to spend my life with? It's definitely about you. I feel like, even if they've been with other people, I feel like you always kind of had this person's commitment. Like if they're like, well, if I'm going to marry somebody or spend my life with someone, it's going to be this person. I feel like it's sort of more of like the choice is more like, do I choose to just like succumb to my insecurities and stay away from love altogether, or do I work up the courage to take action towards the person I truly love? I feel like that's more of what the choice is, if that makes sense. I want to take care of you, protect you, provide for you, and keep you safe. That's very sweet. What does pile two's person want to say to pile two? And the kindness you have shown me has healed me so much and touched my heart deeper than you can imagine. See, the loving woman came out. They definitely do feel like you're just so sweet, and I feel like, your kindness has kind of, I feel like, worn down their rough edges over time, or they've kind of learned to really feel trust with you, and I think it means a lot to them. They may have had trust issues in the past, or again, they've been hurt a lot, I feel like, and then you've got me in the mood for romance, so they are feeling very romantic. They may start expressing that. Alright, before we close out your reading, pile two, let's get you a word of advice from these oracle cards. Pile two. What does pile two need to hear right now, please? What does pile two need to hear right now, please? We have patience. If you've tried forever to shift a problem, there's probably something to learn from embracing it. May I let this be for now. Help me relax and trust. Every need will be met. Often change soon follows. So it could be your person is requiring a bit of patience as they shift and evolve and show up, how you want them to. So yeah, that could definitely be a prayer if you're feeling like really like anxious or worried about what's going to happen here. Maybe try to embrace it, sort of see what it's reflecting to you about yourself, and trust that, everything is working out, for your benefit, and things are definitely always happening behind the scenes, even if it doesn't look like it. So, set those really good intentions, try to see your person in the best light so they can kind of meet you there, sort of part of, law of assumption, stuff like that. And then we have gratitude. Find just one thing that you feel grateful for right now and let that gratitude pour through your body. It's like a healing balm, like the warmth of the sun. This is so true. So definitely when I start to get stressed or worked up about things or really, down about life, I feel like it's really important for me to be grateful and to remind myself like, hey, I have a place to live. I have family. People love me in my life. I have friends. Be grateful for those things, because it really is like a healing balm. It's like, wow, life isn't so bad. I'm just kind of looking at it the wrong way. So yeah, definitely patience and gratitude. Good advice. I should take that myself. All right, pile two. Thank you so much for watching. It has been a pleasure reading for you. Sending you lots of love and beauty and abundance. Please take care of yourselves. All right, bye-bye. Hello, pile three. Welcome to your reading, my friends. So, let's get into your person and how they're feeling for you right now. Alright, pile 3. How is pile 3's person feeling about pile 3 right now, please? How is pile 3's person feeling about pile 3 right now, please? How is pile 3's person feeling? We have the Magician. How is pile 3's person feeling about pile 3 right now, please? How is pile 3's person feeling? We have the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles. Nice. How is pile 3's person feeling about pile 3 currently, please? How is pile 3's person feeling? We have the Four of Swords. How is pile 3's person feeling about pile 3 currently? How is pile 3's person feeling about pile 3 currently? The Five of Wands and the Two of Swords. Then we have the Chariot on the bottom of the deck. Interesting. Okay, so let's see. So I feel like your person may be manifesting you right now if they know how to do that, either consciously or unconsciously. I'm getting this image of them kind of, laying in their bed in their room or chilling on the couch and sort of, having fantasies about you, thinking about you, contemplating you. And I feel like with the Magician, that is sort of calling you into their reality. And it is making them, I feel like, want to take action. The Magician can also represent communication since it is connected with Mercury. So I feel like there is desire here, a lot of desire for you, especially with the Queen of Wands. This person has a lot of passion for you. They think you are very, very hot, very sensual, just a really, just attractive person. I feel like you have a very, just in like kind of a magnetism. You may be pursued by a lot of people, have a lot of friends. You're just sort of, sort of a social butterfly type person. Just, very, 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 very attractive. With the Five of Wands, I'm almost getting a bit of jealousy, almost. Like, it could be that your person feels like you get too much attention, or they're jealous if, you're talking to somebody else, you have another partner for some of you, or it's like they may even just in their head kind of think that you might be with somebody else, from their own insecurities. They may start to, wonder or worry about it. There's definitely this sort of like animalistic energy that I'm picking up on. Like, I feel like you have almost like an animal magnetism, and there's sort of an animalistic energy from your person as well, where there's like a lot of desire and a lot of passion, but also like a lot of like anger almost, or rage, or just a lot of intensity here. I feel like you kind of drive your person a little crazy, like in a good way, like not like you're annoying to them, but it's more like you're just so attractive. It sort of makes them feel a little bit crazy, it brings out that inner spiciness or something like that. And it's almost like, you're sending them into a frenzy almost, and you're just kind of here like chilling on your throne, not really paying that much attention. They may have you on a bit of a pedestal. Maybe they feel like you don't really pay attention to them, or you have other options that you're, entertaining, things like that. And I feel like that does sort of upset them. So we'll look at what else the inner conflict's about in a second. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles and the Two of Swords. So there's some sort of pause here is what I'm getting. I'm sensing for some of you, you may not be receiving a lot of contact from your person currently, or they're a little bit more distant than usual, a little bit more kind of apathetic or like sort of withdrawn, because I feel like they are focusing on themselves right now. They definitely are still thinking about you, but they're kind of maybe just, in their own head a little bit right now. And there's some sort of important choice that they need to make here. I feel like it might be the choice to pursue you, because with the Queen of Pentacles, it's like they do see you as not only very attractive, but also somebody that they could really see settling down with and having a commitment with. And it could be that this Two of Swords is sort of their indecision in regards to, like with the Chariot, taking action and actually maybe asking you to be their partner, or committing to you. It's like there's some sort of lack of confidence almost, or something in the way here internally. It's like they really, really want you to be theirs. Definitely, again, because I was picking up on a bit of jealousy. It's like they want you to be theirs. They want you to be the only one for them, and they want you to probably not talk to other people, things like that. But it's almost like they're not sure if they have what it takes, or if they're up to your standards, if they're good enough. So it's like, this is what they see you as, this is how they visualize you, this is what they fantasize about, is having a relationship with you. But when it comes down to like actually taking the action, I feel like they get a bit stuck in their own fears and insecurities, and they kind of get it's a bit of a stalemate almost, I feel. Clarify the Two of Swords. How is pile three's person feeling about pile three currently? Clarify the Two of Swords. How is pile three's person feeling? Clarify the Two of Swords. How is pile three's person currently feeling about pile three? Clarify the Two of Swords. Clarify the Two of Swords. The Ace of Wands. Clarify the Two of Swords. How is pile three's person currently feeling? And the Fool. So yeah, it's like, they have a lot of desire for you, but again, it's sort of interesting that the Ace of Wands and the Hanged Man would sort of come out reversed. It's like they have so much passion, so much attraction, so much desire for you, but then it's like something kind of stops them from being able to take that leap of faith here with the Fool to come towards you. It's like almost like trust issues. Like they don't really trust themselves. I feel like they don't quite trust the universe. Maybe they don't quite trust in love currently. But I feel like with the Hanged Man, even though it was reversed, I feel like they're on the brink of some sort of new perspective or some sort of enlightenment. It's like what I'm getting is almost like this problem that they think there is, or this sort of mental stagnation. It's like they really just need to zoom out a bit and really see that it's not really as big of a deal as they're making it in their head, and then they're actually going to be able to act on all of this passion and trust. But it's like they're on the verge almost of a breakthrough with the Hanged Man. They're on the verge of some sort of insight or enlightenment, but they're just not quite there, but I feel like they're going to be reaching it soon. Yeah, and their intention is to take that leap of faith. Let's see. Clarify the Four of Swords. How is pile three's person currently feeling about pile three? We have the Seven of Pentacles, Four of Cups. I'm actually going to reshuffle real quick. Clarify the Four of Swords. How is pile three's person currently feeling? Okay, the Four of Cups wanted to come out again, so that was definitely intended to come out. So yeah, they're kind of just sitting there contemplating. There's a bit of an energy of melancholy, maybe sort of boredom as well, with the Four of Cups. Sort of just sitting back and contemplating. Again, it's like they have so much passion, they have so much attraction to you, so if they're not taking action right now, it's not because they don't like you. They really, really like you. I think it's more just this apathetic energy because they're sort of stuck in their heads. Clarify the Four of Swords. And I feel like there's more insight needed. They need to gain some maturity. They need to gain some wisdom. I feel like there's a step they need to take to get to the other side to be able to do whatever they need to do to make this happen with you. Clarify the Four of Swords. How is pile three's person currently feeling about pile three? Clarify the Four of Swords. The World. Yeah, there's some sort of completion that needs to happen, like the completion of a cycle. So, again, there's some sort of maturity that needs to be gained, some sort of fulfillment. It could be even for some of you, there's like literally like a karmic cycle that they're going through with somebody else, or just, it could be that they're stuck, for some of you, maybe long distance. They're stuck in a certain situation for a set amount of time, but I feel like whatever is blocking them from being with you was sort of put there by spirit to sort of force them to learn this lesson. It's like almost I'm getting the energy, I just got, about sort of like, there's almost been this forced isolation that they've been put in because there's some lesson that they need to learn here, because they're not quite ready maybe to give you what you need to deserve. What you deserve, and they still need to work on themselves a bit. Clarify the Five of Wands. How is pile three's person currently feeling about pile three? Clarify the Five of Wands. How is pile three's person currently feeling about pile three? Ace of Pentacles. Ooh, yes, the Shadow and the Ten of Swords. Yeah, that's what this is. So, there is definitely could for some of you be jealousy, insecurities, really negative attributes here, with the Shadow that is like the devil energy, that is sort of the distorted inner self, the disconnection from who you really are, and a lot of emotional pain here with the Ten of Swords. So for some of you, there could have been a breakup between the two of you, or some sort of painful lesson, or something like that, but it also could just be this really intense lesson. It's almost like, they have to hit rock bottom in order to come up, in order to have this fresh start with the Ace of Pentacles, to be a more committed person. Maybe they struggled with commitment in the past. Maybe they didn't really know how to commit because of their own, emotional problems, and it's like there's some sort of breakdown that needs to lead to a breakthrough. Again, the Ten of Swords and the World indicate some major cycle changing, some major ending. But it does look like there is a new beginning at the end of the ending. At the end of the ending, at the start of the ending, I don't know how to put that. But yeah, so this is all, it's all resolving for the best. It's just sort of messy right now is kind of what I'm getting. And it's like, I almost feel like spirit is protecting you from this energy that they're in right now. This is what needs to be worked through in order for them to offer you something valuable, in order to be a good match for you, a good partner. Because you deserve the best, of course. All right, let's get some oracle cards. How is pile 3's person currently feeling about pile 3? We have discovery. So yeah, they're having to sort of find that inner light within themselves. I feel like they are a little bit on an inner adventure here. They may be spending a lot of time alone, but they are sort of almost like I'm getting like they're finding the gold within themselves. They're finding the goodness within themselves to express more of it. What is pile 3 feeling for pile 3, right? Or pile 3's person feeling for pile 3? We have conflict. Yeah, definitely conflict here. So that's sort of resonant with the 5 of Wands energy. There is inner conflict. Are having to work through. How is pile 3's person currently feeling about pile 3? How is pile 3's person feeling? Interesting. And then peace. That's so funny. That's, yeah, very synchronistic in a way. Kind of what I was going back to, where it's like things may look messy right now, but I feel like peace is coming. There is some sort of clarity. They're trying to maybe find peace within all their inner conflict, especially if they're having racing thoughts, a lot of anxiety, a lot of emotional intensity. It could also be that there's conflict just in their personal life if they're dealing with some sort of third-party energy. But it's like, yeah, they're on the road to finding inner peace, and I feel like once they find that inner peace, that's when they're going to start moving towards you. But I think right now things are just a bit too crazy. And then we do see these beautiful swans, if you can see them right there. That's sort of a sign of, definitely a very high-level soulmate connection here, a lot of deep love. So I feel like despite all the chaos and whatever's going on, there's a lot of deep love, and I feel like that's sort of what keeps you guys, perhaps drawn to one another. How's pile 3's person currently feeling about pile 3, please? We have the moth, magnetic attraction, following guidance from higher self, craving your light, and lighthouse. So definitely with the Queen of Wands, you are exuding some very, very, very attractive energy to this person, and they are craving that. They're craving you. They're craving your energy or light. They're wanting to, come and be around you all the time. Then we have the owl, listening to intuition over fear and ego, wisdom, insight, and maturity. So this is what they're slowly gaining, is maturity and is insight, and not listening to their fears and their ego anymore, and that will help them achieve that peace. I feel like with time, the more they discover who they really are as a person, and not who they became to fit in with society, or the parts of themselves that they even denied or repressed due to feeling shame about who they are as a person. What does pile 3's person want to say to pile 3, please? Secrets. I had a lot of my innermost feelings and love from you because I was scared. So, yeah, definitely could have been a lot of secrets, a lot of love that was just not being expressed. What does pile 3's person want to say to pile 3? What does pile 3's person want to say? Manifestation. I'm envisioning a beautiful future for us together. We did have the Magician. Maturity. I'm growing up and taking accountability for my actions and choices. Yeah, look at that. Wisdom, insight, and maturity. So double message there. That's really good. So if your person made some questionable decisions in the past, they're not blaming you anymore or blaming outside circumstances. I feel like they're really taking that, like, accountability. Like, damn, I really messed up. Like, I don't want to do that anymore. I want to do better in the future. Like, instead of kind of, like, having a victim mentality, they're kind of starting to, like, grow up a bit and say, like, I really am the leader of my life. I can't really say like these disappointing circumstances are anyone's fault but mine, and I have to be the one to fix it. What does pile 3's person want to say to pile 3? We have heart. Inside of your heart I'm there, and inside of mine you are always with me. So very deep heart connection here. What does pile 3's person want to say? And happiness. You brighten my world. Your love brings me so much joy. That's very sweet. So you definitely add a lot to this person's life. Again, why they miss you a lot. Sorry. If you're not in their life, sort of like with this moth energy, like you're kind of like the sunlight, and they're like the moth, wanting to be near you because you really have, I'm hearing like you have the ability to create a lot of happiness and good energy within yourself, and it's sort of like other people almost like to sort of feed off of it, which can be good and bad. But yeah, other people are very attracted to you. When I run from you, I'm running from myself. Ooh, deep. So yeah, if they have run away from the connection at times, it's because they were avoiding their inner self. They were maybe avoiding this darkness, this shadow that they needed to heal and work on. They didn't want to maybe they didn't want to take accountability. They weren't mature enough to really do self-reflection, but I feel like this is sort of changing now. What does pile 3's person want to say? You are my true beloved. It hurts more than I show. I'm afraid of showing my weakness, but just know I am suffering inside without you. So if you guys are in no contact or separation, they are really hurting. They just may not be telling you or showing you on the surface. I feel your energy so strongly around me all day, constantly reminding me how in love with you I am. So yeah, they can't forget about you. Sorry for coughing so much. Maybe it's this person's throat chakra or something like that. All of a sudden it got kind of tight. So yeah, I feel like they do feel your energy. I feel like you guys may have a very telepathic bond. They're very reminded of you. Again, there's this deep heart connection. What does pile 3's person want to say to pile 3? I'm completely committed to you. Sorry, let me drink some water. What does pile 3's person want to say to pile 3? You changed me so much for the better. I hardly recognize who I used to be before you came into my life. So they may have been very, very immature in a very dark place at one point. And I feel like you kind of showed up to sort of, get them to improve themselves, get them to work on themselves. I feel like you were placed in each other's lives for very important reasons. You may mirror a lot to this person about where they need to heal, how to become better. They may not have even been fully aware that they were acting from their ego and acting from this shadow until you sort of came through and really showed them the light and, sort of revealed to them that, a lot of times people are just living like this, but they're sort of just on autopilot. And I feel like now at least it's in their conscious awareness that they need to work on themselves. What does pile 3's person want to say to pile 3? I've misunderstood things between us before and gotten hurt, so yeah, their ego could have really caused problems here. They may have misunderstood things, misinterpreted things, and then triggered themselves, based off their assumptions. So that is the danger of making assumptions, and that definitely could have caused issues here. What does pile 3's person want to say to pile 3? What does pile 3's person want to say? I wish you were here. Aw, so yeah, they definitely really miss you quite a bit. All right, before we close out your reading, pile 3, let's get you a word of advice from this lovely oracle deck. What does pile 3 need to hear right now, please? What does pile 3 need to hear right now, please? What does pile 3 need to hear right now, please? What does pile 3 need to hear right now? Alright, we'll just take all of these guys. Why not? So we have direction. Lord, please show me the right action right now. Please bring a sign and a miracle that gives clear direction. May I hear the promptings of my own body, and if for some reason I'm about to head the wrong way, please stop me. So this is definitely a good prayer, a good affirmation to say if you're making a really big choice in your life. And I feel like also just in general to check in with your higher self, like, hey, am I on the right path? Like, can you give me a sign if something's like wrong here? And also just a reminder to always listen to your gut instincts, and if something feels really off, probably avoid that situation. Whereas if there's a natural feeling of ease and joy that comes from a situation or person, definitely, move towards that. We have self-love. Show me how to love myself. Show me how to take care of the inner child. Show me how to be kind within. When you step into self-forgiveness, so much can change on the outside. So a reminder to work on self-love, building a strong concept of self wherein you feel very valuable and very lovely and very wonderful, because when you start to really see yourself as someone who deserves respect and kindness and is very lovable and beautiful, all those good things, handsome, all those good things, other people will definitely show up that way. And if there is, an inner child blockage, or you're disconnected, or there maybe even for some of you, you might reject parts of who you really are, or parts of your inner child. Definitely sort of reconciling your adult self and your inner child can be very healing. And also, if there's anything you need to forgive yourself about, work on that, because at the end of the day, we're all very imperfect little beings learning all these lessons. So, we make a lot of mistakes, but that's okay, as long as we learn from them and try our best. I think that's all we really can do, is just try our best, and we don't always succeed, but it's okay. And then we have truth. When everything is done as an offering, even the act of speaking, you get shown when to talk and when to be silent. Your words come from silence, not fear. You do the talking, dear Lord. Take me over and speak through me. This is super interesting. So yeah, definitely, this is really cool, like especially if you're having an important conversation and you need your words to be heard very clearly, or like you really need to make an effective point or get something across. You can ask the divine to sort of channel through you exactly what needs to be said. I also think like other people are a lot of times, instruments for like the divine to sort of speak to us as well. So definitely listen to what other people say, especially if it resonates and you feel like it's a message from your spirit guides or something like that. And then we have ambition. May I offer all of my deepest longings to love itself and invite a divine plan beyond the mind's imagining. Please use me for the highest good. This is such a good one. This is like an excellent, even daily affirmation, that there is, a lot of benefit to be gained when we do kind of surrender our lives to being in the service of others, or, for the highest good, because I feel like, the highest good oftentimes also is our highest good when we're acting from a place of service, or, in alignment with, aiding other people or aiding the planet. Naturally, that will just feel really, really good. And, the abundance that we earn from that situation will feel very, well earned, as opposed to, having a career or something that's harmful. Sort of goes along with like, just trying to act from a place of, goodness for everyone involved. Yeah. All right, pile 3. Thank you so much for watching. It has been a pleasure reading for you. Sending lots of love and beauty and abundance. Please take care of yourself and stay safe. All right. Bye-bye.